What's up everyone, it's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Please follow my Instagram at Russo Lifts, just in case something happens to this YouTube channel. You can follow, message, and you can watch my daily story content on Instagram. I'll see you there. What is up everyone, it's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. A little aggressive with that what's up. I got an ASMR sip of Fit Aid on the Sennheiser microphone. Today is slightly an Elevate ad, but really not really. But check out Elevate Alternative. It is my TRT company. You can fill out a contact request below. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like bell with all notifications. You might get ghost unsubscribed from this channel, so always just hardcore search it. I'm working on creating straight edge channels for you guys that you'll stay subscribed to, but the hardcore info stays here. So you guys got to keep coming back, keep pumping it up. It's borderline. You guys are with me, ride or die. I understand. I'm gonna continue with the good content you guys want to see, but you guys gotta support me a little. Appreciate it. Today I'm gonna be talking about the biggest mistake enhanced bodybuilders make with fucking up their fertility. What is that, right? A lot of people don't legitimately premeditate, pre-plan their cycles out. Either they don't hire a good PED coach, which I don't PED coach. I'll have Andrew throw up a video of Alec and how to get a hold of Alec if you want PED coaching. I don't have the time to PED coach, but you want a good coach that wants to keep your fertility in check, because I'll go into, if you're not utilizing these compounds alongside your exogenous androgen abuse, you could face infertility in the future when it could have been prevented the entire time. Around 8 to 9 times out of 10, it is possible for you to go completely sterile. There are multiple variables and factors and how your sperm quality was before exogenous androgen abuse, and you know, there's a bunch of shit, but like basically what I'm getting at essentially is like when you go on exogenous androgens, your HPTA, your hormonal axis isn't stupid. It's going to detect these, whether it be SARMs, it's going to be noticing that the AR is being binded with something and suppressed down, or bioidentical testosterone being injected. It's going to notice that, it's going to raise SHBG, and it's going to start to suppress down. So what does that mean? It means that your testicles are going to start to atrophy, right? They're going to become hypogonadal, right? So what does that mean? Your balls are going to produce less sperm. There's less spermogenesis going on. There's less overall latex stimulation going on with the testicles. How do we fix that? Well, instead of like, you know, just relying on your balls staying there, since you're exogenously intervening with synthetic androgens, we also need to exogenously intervene with fertility drugs such as gonadotropin, clomiphene, enclomiphene, HCG, HMG. All those work. All those need to be alongside a long cycle or years of abuse, whatever it may be, to keep the lights on, to keep the testicles from atrophying away to fucking less than raisins, right? You can actually make your testicles completely disappear and have no balls. Yes, that's possible. If you abuse high dosages for a long enough time without any intervention of any of those fertility compounds I mentioned, your body's gonna be like, what do we need these balls for? Like, we got plenty of exogenous, we got more exogenous androgens that we need in our SHBG, aka using SHBG to stop all the free testosterone, because your body doesn't want all that free testosterone, so it's gonna try and bind it up with SHBG. If you're using non-bioidentical hormones or SARMs, for example, SHBG can't even attach and, you know, bind to those. So realistically, your balls are gonna continue to shrink unless you're giving them the stimulation, the synthetic luteinizing hormone or follicle stimulating hormone, right? HCG is synthetic luteinizing hormone, synthetic follicle stimulating hormone, and luteinizing hormone is HMG. You really want to use HMG in my opinion, that's the king, but any of them work. And clomiphene, gonadotropin, which Elevate has gonadotropin because the FDA is strategically, as TRT is blowing up, discontinuing HCG to a point where Elevate bought all the inventory they could, but can now only get gonadotropin. If you guys check out my source list, I got plugs for HMG, HCG, gonadotropin, and clomiphene, all there. But from FDA compounding pharmacies, it's kind of strange how HCG is being phased out as the TRT boom is happening. You know, black pill, tinfoil hat, you can make what you want of that. You need to use it, right? I hate that these guys, you know, they go on the forum like, no, I can't conceive a child and blah, blah, blah. Most of these people, I'm not saying it's technically possible for you to go totally sterile if you had poor sperm count before all the exogenous androgen abuse and the inflammation ruining the sperm and causing them slow swimmers and shit, but it's highly unlikely, right? When we look at Boston Lloyd, he would fill up 2 3C syringes every day and shove them in his ass every single day for years and years and years on end. He conceived a son just fine with fertility meds. Just throwing that out there, right? Obviously there are outliers, but if you utilize HCG, HMG, clomiphene, and clomiphene, gonadotropin, you're good. Is it gonadotropin or gonadorelin? Okay, it's gonadorelin. Gonadorelin. Sorry, I'm mixing up GH peptides with fucking fertility medications. You are keeping the lights on. You are keeping stimulation, synthetic LH, FSH, hitting the testicles, keeping them a normal size. My testicles, through all my androgen abuse, have maintained a normal size. Why? Because I spend the extra money, I calculate my cycles, and I use some sort of fertility med alongside all the androgen abuse because I want to maintain my fertility. I don't want this horrible implication of like, oh, I'm gonna save money, fuck HCG, fuck HMG, fuck gonadorelin, fuck clomiphene. That's all a waste of money. I don't need that. I just need my test and trend, and I'm gonna run that for years. My balls are gonna turn smaller than raisins, and then, oh, all of a sudden I meet the woman of my dreams and I wanna try and conceive a child. Now you're in extreme intervention with fertility med protocol territory, right? Still possible. I helped one of my entrepreneur friends who did that exact thing conceive a child. I did that, right? I put him on a crazy fertility protocol. He just conceived a daughter a month and a half ago, so still worked. His balls were non-existent. I still brought him back, etc., but you don't want to be in that boat, right? Just spend the money, cycle correctly, pull bloods constantly. Like, if you don't got the money to do all this, don't mess around with synthetic androgens. You're playing with fire anyways. If you can't have the money allocated to do it correctly, stop skipping corners. It's like modifying a car. Like, anyone can get a car to make a lot of power, but it's the cars that don't cut the corners. It's the cars that do the, you know, the cooling mods and the other mods that you don't really need, but you should need if you want longevity for the car. Those are the car builds that last the longest at that power level, where the ones who just throw on the eBay turbo and just do the bare bones shit to get the power, those are the ones that fucking have issues, right? Same sort of thing with biohacking, right? Don't skimp out on the fertility meds and you'll never have to come to me, and you can just ramp up the fertility meds. Your balls never shrunk completely. They're still functional. You never went fully legitimately hypogonadal because you kept them stimulated the whole time with your exogenous androgen abuse. You will be much happier in the long run. If that woman of your dreams comes along, life takes a turn, you have a self-realization about your androgen abuse, whatever it may be, you'll be happy that you spent that 30 to 50 bucks a month maintaining your fertility, then just like, fuck that. I'm gonna use that 30, 40 bucks for another vial of test or a vial of trend because I really can't afford to cycle correctly or pull blood work at all. Don't be that person. I'll see you in my next one, and check out Elevate Alternative, links in the description and pinned comment below. I'll see you in my next one.